Hi. Early, so don't worry, we're only starting at 6. Anybody wants to join, just make sure you go to the toilet, get something to drink, and find a very comfortable place to sit where you can meditate. If you want to join us on the meditation, okay. Hi. Hello. Hi. I'm waiting for the others because it's only going to start at 6. So we've got some time. Hi. For those that want to learn how to do meditation or transcendental meditation, to transcend the mind and body, to practice quieting. Hi, lovely to see you too. I'm never on here, you noticed, because of that. But for this I am. So I don't really scroll on anymore. I just found the content on the For You page. You can refresh it and do what you want, but it keeps sending me back to all kinds of nonsense. And you don't want to listen to politics and all the other, irrelevant rubbish. I do miss the old TikTok when it was just people. There were only normal Joe soaps were on here. It was for the people, by the people, and now it's marketing and news and politics and lawyers and sailing. It's just so commercial. Yeah, it's so changed. They ruined it. So nobody scrolls on you anymore. They'll find that one out. It's a sales platform. And it's such a pity because we so loved it. So loved doing it. And it was really nice. Okay, there was all kinds of people on here, but I mean, you didn't have to watch them. You could scroll back and there was Joseph, eating dinner and talking about whatever. There was everything random, But it really was people sharing. And this is where the future is. Those in that consciousness haven't got there yet. Yeah, sorry. So that's why I'm not on anymore. Let me just check the time. So we got 4 minutes. That's why I'm not on anymore, really. And also because I've been on the, very much, it so resonates. It's so drawn to the non-dual path. Wow. Like, wow. So it's like very, very seriously on the non-dual path now. So that's why, the resonance is so there. It's so interested. It's like all your focus is on non-duality, on God consciousness, oneness, whatever you want to say. Yeah, so it's lovely to see you. Really. Yeah, it's such a pity. Look, there will be other platforms that start up like this because of that. Because of that, it will come from the community. This is what people actually want, and that's why it took off. This is what you don't understand, Don't change something that's doing well. This is why TikTok became so big, beat all the other platforms. Why? Look at what it was like before they took over and decided to make it commercial. They cocked it up. You know what I mean? This is why it was popular, because it's exactly what people want. People want to co-create, to meet, to talk, to be social. They want that connection. They don't want to listen to someone telling them, what to do and what to buy. I mean, you can just use ads and stuff everywhere. So they're doing it with all the platforms, like even Facebook. It's like, oh. But that's fine. People will just, pull off it. Anyway, they're going back to that, yeah. So it's lovely to see you, yeah. There's a lot of people, it's just because this one's been quiet. It's not because, stuff hasn't come through. Oh, great, hi, good. Glad you're there. I don't know who else. I see there's a couple. We're definitely waiting. So just to let you know, we just joined. If you're going to join us for the meditation, make sure you've got something to drink. Go to the toilet first, because the mind will get you busy. So make sure you've got all those things satisfied. You've been to the loo. You have something to drink. Please get comfortable where you won't be disturbed. Try and close your doors or windows if it's too noisy. Get comfortable. Find somewhere comfortable to sit, however you feel comfortable to meditate. Whatever position, there we are. Great. And we'll see what comes through. I don't want to start too much. You can go into all the benefits and all that on the brain. I mean, that, I find the more you give it to think, you don't want to fill it with all kinds of nonsense. It doesn't need that. You're here to learn to transcend the mind and its chatter and its thoughts and its talk. So we don't want to fill you with useless information. The benefits are astronomical in all levels, to the health, to the body, to everything. You will find this out yourself. So I don't need to. You can go and do all the research, but there's incredible benefits to doing this. Absolute amazing benefits. It's unbelievable to the body, to the mind, to everything. It's incredibly transformation. That's why it's called transcendental. It transforms you in a positive way. Anyway, so we're not going to go into, we can go as this progresses, we as whatever comes up as it progresses, then we can go in and we can discuss, whatever anyone wants to ask questions or what needs or what arises. But now, day one, let's start there. So please get yourselves comfortable. I have got music that I use, which we're going to use today. It's fantastic, this one. It's got a great resonance. So when you sit long enough and you're focusing on the sound, this resonates in the brain fantastically. And it really does. After a while it rings, and the brain's doing this. So the sound is going to vibrate. This vibrates. This really resonates and vibrates in the consciousness. Yeah, this is wonderful. After a while, and you will... So, I doubt anyone's going to pop out today, but you never know. So, what happened here, just to let you know, is nothing to fear. When you completely relax the mind and brain, the brain is focused on this, and everything will relax. You can start maybe feeling tingling, numb sensations in the hand. You will lose all your senses in that way. So you will lose perception of the body and mind. Thoughts stop, and it's like you are over there. It's like a frozen movie, and you're watching movies over there. Because then what you are doing then is drawing back into the real consciousness, into the pure consciousness, not into the stories, the mind. All what you think the mind is are just thoughts. It's just an illusion. It creates illusion. It's just thoughts and stories. That blah, 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 blah. So what you're doing is drawing your consciousness back to the self. Out of the story, of the Maya, of the nonsense and the thinking and all that. You're drawing it with you. You're drawing back to the self, to the real consciousness. So this is how you can, just letting you know, if you do get there, who knows. This is how you can perceive no body, no physical body, and no sensation. Literally, you'd almost like pop out the body. And you'll start when you get into that. And what you will notice if you're not used to doing this is that the body will be completely relaxed. Absolutely relaxed. Why? Because there's got no tension in it, because there's no thought and no stress. So when you do that, that's how it transforms the body and mind. Because the body completely then learns to relax, because there's no thought, there's no anxiety, there's nothing, no tension. See, what they talk about in non-duality is a contracted sense, and this is what it is. When there's thoughts and stories, the energy contracts. And that is how people get pain and tensions and illnesses in the body. It's that. It's energy that's contracted. So now we are going to transcend that, learning to transcend it. And how we do that is by quietening all the thoughts, but not by not listening to them. If you ignore them, I'm just going to give you a little bit of a pre-speech. If you ignore the thoughts, when you get into this, and you've got to be focused on one thing. It's like the bird singing outside your window. It doesn't distract you. You'll hear the bird, but it won't worry you. So let it cheap, and then eventually you don't even hear the bird anymore because you get so busy. You focus on what you're doing. This is what it is. So you are going to focus on this music while we'll do a little practice. So please, everybody, if you want to start joining us, we're going to do this. We're going to do our little talks, and we can ask questions afterwards. And every day we'll do this on our meditations. We're going to start with half an hour. But when you get good at this, and initially to really, if you're really determined to quieten all this nonsense down, sometimes for the first time it can take you 2 hours of absolute determined. Like you will not leave, you will not give up until all the thoughts are quiet, and sometimes it can take 2 hours. Why? All it is energy. Because thoughts have a momentum and the energy behind them. So when there's been a lot of momentum and talking and thinking, you've built up a momentum of energy. You see? So now you want to slow it down. So now what you're doing is putting the brakes on. So that takes some time to stop that momentum of energy, to calm it down. You see, to still the waters, as they say. So it takes practice. So it's really committed. If you want to do this right, do it every day. Whenever you do it, So there's one thing, do it every day. It's not going, you're not going to get the effect. You need to be able to train, you're training the mind, the consciousness, to be still. And like if you listen to all the gurus and Buddhas, what they say is be quiet. That's exactly what, be still, be quiet. This helps, this stops, this calms the body. So the body is still, the mind is still. But then they say be alert. They talk about be aware. This is what you're doing. This is what, as they say, draws God, or the consciousness, wakes it up. When you are quiet and you are like alert like this, let's say you're praying, right? You know when you're thinking and now, but so you're really in your heart, it's coming from your heart. It's just practice this. You'll see you need to get the idea what I'm talking about. So sit there as if you want a real heartfelt, like you're really asking the divine for something. So you would close your eyes normally, and you're going to sit here with your intention, your heart, your energies in this, right? And you're thinking about God, whatever it is you want, and you're asking, please, you know what I mean, that thing. Now that's what I'm talking about. This is what we're going to be doing in a way. So your heart, you got to think of this. While you're doing this, you're going to be listening to that music. Okay? But your mind, your concentration, okay, your focus is on there, but your thing is on the source. I'll try, when we start, I'll say a few things at the beginning, all right? But this is how, if you do this persistently, even for 2 weeks, bing, you will wake up the real consciousness, and you will get direct communication. All right, because now that's it, you've achieved it. You've really got to sit there until that thing is quiet, and it's a constant, and you keep doing it. As they say, then the divine will appear, and there we are. And it does. It kicks in. Because you have now, it's that focused attention. You've put such concentration. It's like determination. When you sit there, and you will not, what I do is in real determination. Your heart's there. Your mind is on, say, the source. Your mind is just source, source, source. But you've got your eyes closed. But what I'm focusing on with closed eyes, because you can see, when your eyes are closed, basically, inward vision, as I say, this is why you're going within, that is the real, you're still conscious, you're still aware. So you're focusing on something, which would be like a white dot or whatever. Anyway, I'll get the music going. So please get yourselves, we'll start off and see how you feel comfortable with it. But you have to have an absolute concentration on one thing. So you can pick either the sound, and you are now focused all your attention on that sound, and you let the thoughts, because when you close your eyes, you might see, you'll see colors maybe moving, because your mind is now used to the outside. So it's just these waves, it's light. So it's light and movement that's disturbed, you see. So in the beginning, when you close your eyes, you might find it's going to take a while to calm that down, because your mind might be just flashing lights and sort of movement, and you feel energy and sort of, lights. That is it. That's all it is. You've got to let it settle. And how it settles faster is if you focus on something and you do not remove your attention off it, like absolute, like this. You freeze your attention and you stick it on that. And you stay frozen. And that's how it calms down. So so you ignore the movements, you ignore your voices, the thoughts, you ignore the movement, the energy you feel moving, you ignore everything. And you do not remove your focus from that. That is the trick to doing it. All right, so I'm going to start. I'm going to put the speaker on so you can hear. I've got a speaker just to make it loud enough so you can hear. Please get comfortable. Excuse you. Give yourself a minute. All right. Okay, Bluetooth is on. It's going to connect now to this. Get yourselves comfortable. We're going to do some breathing as well, which helps. So to clear, I'll just go through what I do. Ignore this one sometimes, because as I say, this one is used to, I might do it with you. But because I've already done that, past that, I relax, and then immediately the consciousness, whatever. So if you see my body moving, it's because it's being guided. It's just source, guiding whatever, showing me whatever, doing whatever, who knows. All right, I'm getting comfortable, sorry. Okay, we're going to get comfortable, get yourself positioned. I'm trying to get myself comfortable on my cushions here. Perfect. So now we can get you breathing. This is very easy because it's all the trick is put your mind on something, your concentration, your focus on something within, and do not move it. It's like your mind is like you know what I mean, like determined. It's like absolutely keep that focus on that one thing and do not let it stir. But in your heart, but in a way you're dropping in your heart. You're feeling that love is there. So you're thinking of God's source and you're waiting. It's like you're anticipating for, you're going to hear something. That's what we're talking about. You're waiting for God to, you sit in that place of waiting really. Hi. All right, let's do some breathing. Get you relaxed. We'll do a few deep breathing. What you can also do if anyone meditates already. You do some breathing. Breathe in nicely. Now you can intentionally release all thoughts. I release all thoughts. And you ask the divine to take over. You surrender completely to source, to the divine. You release all thoughts and ask God to take over. Anybody wants, because of you newbies, who I don't know who's on here, so we will do this. I will ask in the angels to come and assist anyone needing assistance. So I'll ask them to be here during this meditation. Okay. There we are. So we ask the angels to be present, to assist any that need help. But basically you're talking to yourself. There's only you here. There's only one here. I mean, it's meditating and talking to itself. End of story. All right. Start. Tension you release, just completely relax. Is that loud enough? Okay, focus on the sound. Put it up if you need it. Hello, anybody. When you finish, also gently bring yourself back. So don't jump straight up if you're meditating. Just sit with your eyes closed for a while. Just let it a few minutes. And keep it there before you get up. And don't just finish meditating and off you go. Yes, it is amazing. That's exactly why I use this recording. It's one of the best I've found online. It's a very good resonance. It works with the brain perfectly. It will pop you out your body. It will put you in that trance state. Because if you sit long enough listening to the sound, it resonates in the brain. And you'll find yourself like you'll actually, the energy, like the 0 point, the whirlpool will come. You'll start zzz, and you'll feel it internally as though there's a whirlpool inside you, or you'll pop out, whatever. You're welcome. Interesting, because Source was, popped out. And Source was, fully in the consciousness of the one. And it was watching. There was a young man on here with dark hair. Oh, don't worry. This is what I say. It takes time. You mustn't expect something the first time. Don't have expectations. Number one. Do not stress. Don't expect anything. It should be like this. I haven't got it. That's the mind. Ignore that. This is a matter of sitting there and doing it and doing it and doing it. Completely surrender. So before you start, you do that. Make sure you go for a walk first. Do a little bit of... what I'll do, I'll upload this to YouTube and I'll put links for the soundtrack underneath and other links for you, useful links, okay? So it is good to be relaxed. So as soon as you wake up, that's the best time to do a meditation. Anyway, sorry, let me just get back to this. There was a man on here, a young man with black hair. Maybe Asian, I'm not sure, maybe Middle Eastern. I think it was, more curious. Anyway, or somebody was meditating, youngish man with black hair. Came on watching this. And Source picked him up. Source is only one here anyway. And zoned in. It was interesting. So, you were, in a trance state. And there you were, and zoned in on this man and was smiling and found it very amusing, was watching this man. Then there was someone with red hair as well. But it was interesting. This man, there was more than one black hair that Source picked up, and it was quite amusing watching one or two people meditate. Anyway, never mind. It is quite funny. So what I'll do, I'll upload this to YouTube, on my channel on YouTube. If you don't know where it is, go to my TikTok bio. Just under there, where the events were, next to there's a link. It says YouTube. Click on that. Click on it where it says YouTube something. It's a link. It'll take you straight to my YouTube channel. What I'll do is upload the soundtrack. It's a very good one to meditate to, because it has that exact resonance that you can't pick up with the ear, but your consciousness, because there's no such thing as your brain and such. But anyway, for now, let's say your brain picks this up and it resonates. And if you do it long enough, it'll vibrate, like, and eventually does this. If you relax enough, the whole idea is relax. Just relax. Oh, you're so welcome, anytime. Relax, 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 number one. And the mind goes off, so what? Come back, relax. The mind goes off, so what? As I say, pretend it's like a bird cheeping over there. Focus only on the sound. And completely surrender to the source, to God's source. And relax. Don't expect, don't think, what's going to happen, nothing. No expectation. Because then it's even better. Then you're completely relaxed, give over and just sit there. And you wait. You're waiting for source, that's all. And it works, believe me. It's amazing when it does. And you will see the body, you'll be shocked if you've never done it for the first time. You'll feel the difference in the body. It's like your body, every muscle, everything in your body will completely relax because you've shut off this completely. The nervous system, the mind, gone. And the body's like, ah. And it's like going for a massage. It's incredible what it does for the body, for the nervous system, the brain. I'll link those if you're interested, but it connects all three, so-called. There's a brain, right, in the story. You have a body and you have a brain. Not actually, but anyway, you're just consciousness and energy, playing, imagining. There's nothing really here. But for now, you're perceiving the Maya. This is what we're teaching you now, to get in touch with the real self. So in the dream, you have a body and a brain, right? So what happens in this is all parts of the brain absolutely work in harmony when you get into this trance state. That's the thing. When they study it, you'll see every single part. You can rewire the brain, never mind the body. What happens now, you're opening the portal to the real consciousness. The light can start coming in. So you will start receiving light, and your body, everything will transform for the better. You see, the light comes in and starts clearing out all, because that's the real consciousness, the God source. You're allowing light in now to the consciousness, the self. You're opening that door, the light can pour in, it can start healing, can start clearing all your past, your karmas, your nonsense, your anything, it purifies you, really. It'll start removing all those nonsense programs that you're hanging on to, and baggage and unhealed things and more. Anyway, really. But the main thing is body mind. It trains the mind into a calm, that still state, into no thoughts. And if you keep doing it long enough and you want to quieten them, a trick is, you've got to do this the minute you wake up. This will help you, and it'll start your day off on the right foot. First of all, meditate every day. Make time for this every day. Okay, and once you get into it, it'll be like instant. You will sit down, once you've got used to this and you've trained the mind, you'll sit down within 5 minutes. You'll be like, poof, because your mind is trained to this. It'll immediately relax, and it will go into that. It'll transcend the mind and body instantly, actually. But you need to practice. So I know this one sat sometimes 1 hour, 2 hours. It can take a long time. I was determined, sit there and wait until. So I remember sitting for a long time under a tree meditating. You can sit anywhere. You can download this. I'll send the track. You can download this soundtrack. But once you've done all this, you won't need the soundtrack, you see. But initially, this is for beginners, to get you going. Train that mind into that, and it will be instant. And then we can progress from there. But this is for now to get you there. And then if you want to go, you can start going. You'll be guided anyway. If you want to astral and all that sort of thing. But mainly, one help that will help you is the minute you wake up, like the minute your eyes, you perceive you're conscious, right? Or conscious, you're conscious all the time. But let's say the daylight, awakened state, out of the dream, as you're waking up, the minute you wake up, what stops thoughts is by focusing on them. So like now, see, if you focus on something, you'll see all your thoughts stop. Even if you have a car accident, when you're in that state of alertness, no thoughts, you'll see. So say I'm trying to focus, I heard a noise, suspicious noise, and I'm listening out for that noise. You'll be in that state of anticipation, you're listening, waiting, no thoughts. Practice that as much as possible. You can hum, you can do mantras, that also, if the mind starts going, but in the morning, this really starts your day. But please understand, if you have a pattern of consciousness where your mind is very busy, very talkative, you don't notice maybe, or it's terrorizing you, it's being a problem, it means you have a lot of momentum built up. So there's a lot of energy. So your energy is very, very, very busy. Okay, very disturbed. So it'll take longer to settle the ocean. So this is a trick. You need to do it the minute you wake up. So the minute you are you're going to be fast. You can't not even one thought. You can't have the first thought before you even have one thought. The minute you open eyes, wait, watch. And you do it for 10-15 minutes. You'll feel that energy. You'll know when it's gone. And that means you have stopped the thoughts, and you won't have. So for that day, you've cancelled all that momentum, and you'll have no thoughts. Unless you start constantly, thinking them and starting them up and thinking about this. But this really helps you. So the minute you wake up, lie there and watch, like though you're watching for them in your mind, right? Look out for them. So you can actually see them coming in. Like this, you're anticipating. You watch. And do this for like 10 minutes before you get up. Poof, and watch. Not a thought. Nothing. You've stopped that momentum that you had yesterday and all the thoughts that were there, and you're starting a day with a complete clear slate, calm, flat. And then you wake up and you can say, thank you for this beautiful day. So always start your day off on a positive thing. Say, wake up in the morning, whatever you can be thankful for. Thank you for the beautiful day. Every day is a beautiful day. Thank you for the food. Thank you for the warmth. Whatever makes you happy. Start your day, okay? You can do that if you want. But you don't need to think about it. Just let it come, the emotion. That's happiness. That comes from here. But if you do that, it really gives you a heads up in a start, put it that way, in the morning. But you've got to do it first thing in the morning. And then that gives you better control. And then if you want to manage it and you watch them and try and calm them and stop them, that's how you start. But you've got to start in the morning. It's very difficult once you start your day and you've got them going, then you're going to have to meditate. Maybe it can take you 2 hours sitting there, but I mean, if you're determined enough, like this one sometimes, if they get too busy and you'll just say no, and you'll sit there and you'll just wait and you'll wait and you'll wait until it's completely stilled. Like that. So, patience. Don't expect. If you are busy and excited or stressed, whatever, don't try and meditate. Not a good time. Then you are not going to be successful. So a nice walk, fresh air, breathing helps because it calms the nervous system. All right. So you breathe in. You breathe out. Like a sigh of relief, relaxed. It's telling the body that it's relaxed. So do the breathing, it really helps you, okay? Do breathing, you can do beginner's yoga. I'll post all kinds of useful things under here. And ones also to relax you can do before you go to sleep. So other tips I can give you is before you go to sleep, it's important what you think at night. The last thoughts are the most important. So you say, thank you, Source, thank you for the beautiful day. Please, you can ask the divine as well. Ask Source or whatever, yourself, to help. Tomorrow, can I have a fantastic meditation? Expect it. Put it out there without expectation. Just say, tomorrow, can we have a really great meditation? Help me with this and that, whatever. So do your requests before you go to sleep, or your thank yous. Focus on that. Focus on Source. And when you go to sleep, you can fall asleep thinking about the God Source, your consciousness, you, the divine. You can actually sleep. So when you sleep, as much as you can, keep your mind on that one. Those who want to, those on the spiritual path, put it that way. As much as you want, have your mind always on the God Source, on the self, on the divine. When you go to sleep, the last thing you think about, you go to sleep thinking about that. See, so watch that. First thing in the morning, immediately lie there and wait for the thoughts, like you're watching, to catch them out. Before you have a thought, wake up and lie there and wait, and you find you will not have one bloody thought. You will feel that energy. You'll feel a bit of pressure, because what you're doing is putting brakes onto the momentum. You're stopping the momentum that is already there. And you can feel it. So when you've been had a really, say, busy day, when you've been very stressed, the mind's too busy, you're going to feel almost like pressure. Because you're forcing it, you see. It's like now. So you might have to sit in bed for 10 minutes till it. And then afterwards you feel this. And you'll know that's it. You're clear for the day. Now you can watch it. So be conscious. So even during the day, then if you're trying to stop your thoughts, watch them. Because if you're in that state, when you're busy, like you're doing the dishes, but you like listening, focusing on that music. So you can do this. It's like a meditation while you're awake. So you can do the dishes or you're watching. You're constantly alert. You're watching for those thoughts or like listening out for that sound. And that keeps them from coming. As long as you're in an alert state, you have no thoughts, you see. Because that means you, the real consciousness, is here. You're stopping the story, the Maya. You're very welcome. Yeah, you can keep your eyes closed or not, but watch. What you're going to do, you're watching if you want to say, keep the momentum down of the thoughts, because that really doesn't help anything. You don't need them actually at all. Absolutely don't need them. When we're going, you won't have thoughts. You're more effective. You stay in you have higher wisdom. You're more connected. You have a higher sense to and it just benefits everything. You do not need thoughts. What you need to know and do, that comes automatically. The thoughts are just a story. Thoughts are part of the Maya. Thoughts are the imagination. They create the Maya. If you listen to them, they're all about you. It's a story. Oh, that's all the thoughts are actually. They create the illusion. To function, you do not need them. Like to function, to do things, you don't need thought. Trust me. It's almost like in a lower level. They're just there. That knowing you go along. So as long as you're in an alert state, you have no thoughts, you see. And this is why people hum or do mantras. Humming also has a good resonance. That also helps. Also calms the body, because what happens? It vibrates in the body. So it also helps vibrate all that tension if you're holding on stress. Do that for 10 minutes. Your whole body will relax, trust me. Anyway, because it's calming. Sends its vibration on me. All right. So I'll look up those things. This one is the best for you, just to get into that state. Once you've got it, I'll give you one or two other ones you can use. It's very relaxed if you want to meditate. If you're tapping in, that kind of thing. All right. But there are incredible benefits. I mean, wow, health benefits is limitless. Okay, your IQ, I mean, well, now you're tapping into real intelligence, into the actual field itself, you see. You're staying in that level of consciousness. The mind is only a program. The thoughts are, for each individual, all the thoughts is whatever that program, that consciousness is used to, habits of thinking and doing, that's all they are. The stories, the past or the future. It's the same nonsense if you pay enough attention to it. That's all it is. It's about the story or some story or whatever, That's actually they are. So they're actually just only there to create the illusion, to create the Maya. That's all that actually thoughts are there for. Actually. Or you don't need them. Absolutely not. You don't use them out of a body. And you carry on when the body's not here too. You say you don't need them. Yeah. All right. Everything's frequency and resonance. Next time, please do not stress. Do not put thing on myself, nothing, because it takes time. Okay. It takes time. Do it every day. Sit there. Get yourself some breathing. I'll give you a few things, and I'll put some meditations there before you sleep if people are really, it'll help you completely relax. So there's a few things you can do. But don't try and meditate when you are stressed or you're too, then just leave it and meditate later, or meditate at lunchtime or after work, whenever. But if you wake up and you find your mind's too distracted and you're too busy, you're just going to frustrate yourself. If you try and force it, then just, okay, You're training the mind. The mind, thoughts, the pattern. That's it, the energy pattern. Because thoughts, build up energy anyway. All right. Any questions, anybody? Anything I can help you with? Let me know. Anybody got a question? Oh, you are so welcome. There's me. Love to you. You're sending love to yourself. There's nobody here. You'll get there. There's nothing here. Nothing. That's so beautiful. If you there's absolutely nothing. It's incredible when you realize what you are. The divine is nothingness. It's just it's energy. It's just mass energy. And everything that exists is it. So it's basically the divine playing meditation, because there's no actual body in people. There's nothing. So it's amazing. So we are all so there's only one here meditating with itself. Talking with itself and playing with itself, it's sort of, that's actually, apparently, it's amazing, it's incredible. I don't know, because as I'm saying, it's all about resonance and frequency, you see. So there's a lot of rubbish out there that do not help you with meditation to get it's frequency and resonance. There's a lot of tracks that won't have any of that. If you do this long enough, what you will find, the resonance, that your body will become, it depends if your body moves, or you'll be aware that there's a, as I say, there's a whirlpool. You're going into 0 point. That a whirlpool starts up like this. Your energy, you'll feel it. You'll see it with the inside almost. Shh, that's it. And you might have a rainbow body. You might have a kundalini poof, out the crown chakra. You might be shot out the head like this one. The whole body turns into a rainbow. What it's going to activate, that resonance, every chakra. So it starts that whirlpool going up. Yeah, this is what it does, this sound. Yeah. It's very effective, this track. It's very good. So download it if you want to. I don't like earphones and technology. I used to go in. Once you get into this, you can go sit with your back to a tree, and you can do this by, river. There's some other ones you can learn to do, that transcend the body now when you want to astral. But for now, you need to get this right. And then, then the door's open to everything else you need. I'll put the link. Okay. It's a YouTube thing. I don't know. You have to have, I suppose you have to have YouTube Prime, like everything now. Subscribe to YouTube or some nonsense. I haven't even done that. These are just saved under my meditation videos. I've got a couple. Yeah, you're welcome. So I'll give you some useful links. So check out my YouTube page tomorrow. I'll upload it today. It should go up, and then I've got to find all the links. And once it's uploaded, I've got to attach all. So the links will be under the description. You've got that whole section there, the title, and then you could tap down, it says more. I'll tap all the links there to all these things. All right. And tomorrow night, 7 p.m., those that are serious about this, it is so worth it, I tell you what. Because when you can do this, then you're in that state of consciousness too. You can do their own healing. You can see what's going on with your body. You've got direct communication with the quantum field. You can heal, you can astral, you can bloody do anything. Never mind the fact that now you're training the mind out of the Maya. Because you stop thoughts, you're going back to the real, you're going back to the God source. Thoughts are only needed to create the illusion. That's what they are. They create the illusion. All right. Check out tomorrow. It'll all be there for you, okay? And then tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, 7 p.m. UK time I'll be on. It's because I have a satsang with the Guru tomorrow, a silent meditation with the Guru tomorrow. And then I've got a live interview, or not a live, I don't think it'll be live. I've got an interview with 2 people that have achieved this Buddha consciousness, non-duality, God source consciousness, whatever you want to say. Nobody there. I've got an interview with a couple tomorrow, 2 of them, I've shared 1 or 2 of their videos that have achieved this, amazing, that are both non-dual. Nobody's there. No person, no body, yeah, lovely. So we're having a chat tomorrow afternoon. This is why it's going to be a bit later. It's because I've got an interview, I think, at 4:30 with them. So it'll give me time to finish, have a little break before I start the meditations. 7 p.m. UK time tomorrow. Join me. We'll be back at it. All right? And then you can ask questions. And if you have anything you want to ask, or maybe, we're not sure about, or help or advice, I'll be there for you. All right. Lots of love. Have a beautiful evening. Bye.